Hey guys, it's Chris Hussein back from CNH Small Engine again for another informative service repair video. The video right now deals with recoil units and the different types out there in the market. The one I have here is a BRIGGS Stratton one. It's off of a, let me see here, it's about 3 horsepower, 4 horsepower. They don't rate them by horsepower anymore. They're going solely by the foot-pounds of torque plus the cc of the engine instead of the cubic inches and the horsepower rating on there. This one, it was off of a yard machine right here, and this recoil unit is still functional. Some of these recoil units, you have to replace them with a whole unit because they don't have a way of like taking them apart. This one right here does. You can actually take it apart. It has a bolt going through the bottom part, so you can basically take it apart and rebuild it. However, anytime like people leave stuff sitting outside and like stuff gets watered down inside and starts rusting over time, we recommend replacing the whole recoil unit so we can give you a warranty on it. Because if I take it apart and just like put a new spring or something like else in there, and you call me up a few weeks later, I'm going to replace it again all over again anyway. So that's why it's better to replace the whole recoil unit as it is on there rather than trying to Mickey Mouse on there for that. Next one I got here is a recoil unit off of a BRIGGS Stratton, about 6.5, 6.75 horsepower engine. These ones basically they're all riveted on most of these machines. This one's riveted on too, except you can't really see it because the shroud, there's the stupid plastic parts on there. These ones, this is a BRIGGS as well. It is riveted on. You can see the rivets. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 rivets on here. And this one you have to replace it because underneath, you can see it here, it does not have any bolts or nuts or whatnot holding it on here. It's basically popped on there by forming the recoil unit's holder on here, the actual dog part on it. It's basically formed from the factory, so it cannot be serviceable, so you cannot take it apart. So these ones you have to replace them regardless if you want to do it or the customer doesn't want to spend the coin to do it. So it's basically you have to take these things off and just replace the whole unit on there as it is. So next one I got over here is a one off of a Tecumseh. This was off a 5 horsepower. You can see right there. It was off a Sears, I believe. And this is a Tecumseh, genuine Tecumseh recoil. You can see the old Indian head on here. That's before they converted over to the newer design with the little fin-shaped thing on their logo for like a little fan. This is probably from like back in the mid to late 90s right here. And this one is almost identical to the bigger BRIGGS Stratton. You can see this one right here, and you can see this one right here. They have both. It's a non-serviceable recoil unit on there. Basically, you cannot take it apart. The dog mechanism, it does not have any bolts or nuts or whatnot holding it together in here for that. So you have to replace these things, because if you don't replace them, it's going to get bound up all over again, no matter how much crap you try to blow out of these things, because they get a lot of debris up underneath the dog part right here, and basically causes it not to engage properly. And because of that, your dogs can break off and stuff like that, and your spring mechanism can become quite contaminated underneath there too. So that's another reason to replace them, because most people out there just start them up and cut their grass. They don't actually clean them up at the end of the day. So it's good to take these things apart if you can and blow the whole thing out, because there's debris always gets up underneath there and gets up into the spring part on there for that. So that's another good tip right there. After you're done with your machine, just try to clean these things out maybe 2 or 3 times a season out there, and keep it always in a shed, or I should say just keep your whole machine in a shed, garage, or some kind of tarp over it. So that'll minimize any type of water getting down inside or corroding it up on it for you too as well. So if you have any questions, comments, whatnot, just give me a call or email me here on my Facebook page, and I'll try to answer any questions you may have for your equipment outside. I'll see you guys.